I just wanted to remind everyone, if he wanted to, he would.
Sometimes dating the nice guy just isn't enough. Let me explain.
To the men out there that want to be chased like Drake, what do you have to offer that would make a woman want to chase you?
Nothing grosses me out more than when a man...
Whenever a man isn't playing one of their games, the shaming seems to always come out.
When I was little, I really didn't think it was going to be this hard to find someone.
Girls that don't like guys are the best girls to date.
The best advice I can give any woman in the dating scene right now is to do nothing.
Just annoyed with the fact that it takes me so long to find somebody that I'm actually...
Entitlement and unrealistic standards is what ruined dating. The fault isn't men. Kindly subscribe to the channel as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
I would rather be the one that got away than the one that stayed and got played. 10 out of 10, all day. Get somebody else to do it.
Just because he has money doesn't make him generous. You want a generous man? Trust me, it's so much better, easier, and he won't be only generous with his money, but his time and his love and affection.
I need everybody to lock in and answer this question. How are people dating in 2025? You don't have the apps. If I don't have Hinge and I don't have Raya or Bumble or I don't have those. I don't want those. How are y'all meeting people? I feel like I go out and I go to events and, you know, I'm out and about and nobody approaches anybody. No, I'm not kidding. I went to a work event at a bar last week. I stood at the bar by myself for 10 minutes. Not one person approached me. And it's not like on some, you know, like, oh my God, I think I'm hot shit and like somebody should, no, not at all. I'm not even talking about like getting somebody a drink. Just coming up and saying hi, introducing yourself. How the fuck are y'all meeting people? I don't understand. I go out all by myself. I go to Starbucks. I get coffee. I go to sporting events. Nobody approaches me. I don't understand. How are y'all meeting people? I don't get it. Is it just Instagram now?
This is honestly just the effects of the modern landscape that women have created. This woman went out to a bar by herself and was shocked that no man approached her. The way the dating scene is going, a lot of men are now prioritizing themselves even more. They're focusing on their peace, their goals, their money, and walking away from situations where they feel unappreciated or undervalued. And as she mentioned, even when women go to events, they still can't find a man. That's because men have realized the game has changed. Approaching a woman nowadays isn't as simple as it used to be. There's fear of rejection, being misunderstood. We're now in an era where women say they don't need men, but then wonder where all the good ones went. Well, the truth is, many of those good men got tired of chasing after women who don't reciprocate, and now they're chasing purpose instead.
I actually have an answer for this. So, where are we supposed to meet nice guys, and do they actually exist? They do, and I'll tell you where they exist. They're in the graveyard. The good men are sadly no longer with us. So we're left with the ones that are alive. And if they're alive, then they're married already. So yeah, they're either married or in the graveyard.
Why can't I find a nice guy like you? Is there literally anything more annoying that can come out of a woman's mouth? Whether it's a friend, someone you've just met, someone you're talking to online. Why can't I find a nice guy like you? Well, lady, I'll tell you, there are nice guys everywhere. It's just that you don't want them, or they're invisible to you, or you friend zone them. Men, tell me I'm right. Or is there something more annoying that women say to you?
Hey, one thing about it, if we're talking and you ask me if I can get a babysitter, babe, we ain't gonna be talking no more. I barely want to hang out with a man for free. You think I want to pay to hang out with one? No, child, I don't. I'd rather hang out with my kids anyway. Goodbye.
The thing is that no man wants to pay for anything extra outside of the things that are normal within a first date in order to convince you to go on a date with him. And in my opinion, a babysitter is really outside of what is normally expected for a first date. And even though it's just one night, one babysitter, he knows that if he says yes to that, he is signing up to be a partial caretaker in those kids' lives. Kids that he doesn't even know. Heck, he doesn't even know if he likes their mom. Honestly, I don't think that good men that know their value are saying yes to this. Because those men are just going to feel a little bit shocked, but then they're just going to walk away and they're going to find somebody else. But if by chance you find a man that does say yes, it's only because he sees it as temporary. because he's seeing you as just being a short-term option. I said what I said.
Imagine expecting a man to pay for your time and get a babysitter for you on the first date. They have a name for that, you know. That's not dating, that's transactional. And yet, many of these single mothers say things like this and wonder why a majority of men ignore them. It's like they don't realize that men aren't just looking for someone to provide for. They're looking for peace, femininity, and mutual value. If a woman comes into a situation acting entitled, expecting a man to fund her lifestyle and solve her problems before a real connection has even been made, what message is she sending? That her time is more valuable than his, that he has to prove himself before she even shows basic effort? This mindset turns dating into a job interview, not a chance to genuinely connect. And men are waking up to it. They're not signing up to play hero in someone else's story when they're not even being respected in return.
I'm 20 and I've never had a relationship because I want a high-value provider as a boyfriend. But in the beginning, people tell me to lower my standards just to start. If you're young and single, good, that's how it's supposed to be. You should be young and single. You should be trying and dating guys and testing them to see if that they're going to be a long-term provider for you.
Every time a man says that he is intimidated by me, I want to show him something. I literally just slit my toe in half. Also, not the first time it's happened. So stop being intimidated by very hot, attractive women, because we are all not perfect, even though I know we like to pretend we're perfect. It's not that we pretend we're perfect. I think we are just really hot. So I just want to let you know that we also break our toe every now and then, okay? So we're not perfect. We're not. So stop being intimidated because it's annoying.
I often get asked the question, where do I find good guys? How can I find the right person? That question is a really good question, and my answer to that is they could be right in front of you. It could be that they are there, but you're not able to actually see them and you're not able to actually pick them out. And the reason could be because your subconscious beliefs and the things that have happened to you in the past. So the key is to let go of all of what is clouding your judgment and making it harder for you to see that the good guys are actually there.
This couldn't be more true. The good men have always been right there. But these women are the ones overlooking them, pushing them into the friend zone, calling them too nice, or simply not giving them a chance. Then they turn around on TikTok, crying and asking, "Where did all the good men go?" As if they didn't spend years ignoring them. And honestly, many of these women who start asking, "Where are the good men?" only begin doing so once they reach a certain age, when the attention that used to flood in starts to dry up. It's no longer about love or connection at that point. It becomes a survival tactic. It's not about finding a good man. It's about finding someone to clean up the mess left behind. They're not looking for love. They're looking for rescue. Basically, when they say, "I want a good man," they're saying, since my plan A didn't work, which is with the players, I'll settle down with plan B, the nice good guys, and it's honestly disgusting.
The reason why women regret losing a good man is because she realizes that she was actually the problem, but her immaturity blinded her from actually seeing that and loving him correctly. The best way to get a woman to regret losing you is by being a good person who's genuine, honest, words matching your actions, good character, and you just take care of yourself and you're confident. If you can do all of that while you're with her and after you are with her, yeah, you're a success. And to the people telling me, "Oh, this doesn't work for me, that doesn't work for me," that's because that's the reality that you have. And you are literally insecure. That's why you're saying that things aren't working out for you and that women don't like you and that women don't find you attractive, is because you already think that. And when you have that mindset, women are repulsed by it. So obviously it doesn't work for you because you talk down on yourself on the internet to strangers.
Since I have some awesome guys on TikTok right now listening, I'm thinking, may I have your opinion, please? What is it with men these days and not wanting to date? Do you guys have a fear of commitment? Is it the woman these days? Does it have anything to do with spending money on women? Does it have anything to do with trust issues? Maybe dating apps? Maybe you feel like there are endless options in terms of significant others? Please let me know in the comments.
I've always expected my partner to pay all my bills and do everything financially for me because I grew up watching my mom go to work every single day, work in between men, and her ex-husband lay at home, do nothing. And then after like a long abusive marriage like that, where she was the provider, he ended up cheating on her with a younger woman. Now he has a family with this woman, and guess what? He is providing everything for this woman. He is working and paying all the bills. Why is he doing this now? Because that woman expects him to. There is no other option. He cannot be with that woman unless he works. And with my mom, her ex-husband, he knew if he worked or if he didn't work, she would still continue to provide and stay because of the children. I need women to understand that men will say they want good women, but good women never get rewarded. It's always like, oh, I want a day one girl. I want a girl that has been there from the beginning. But those women get literally later on cheated on.
Then to that, I would say, your mum made a bad decision in choosing a man. She chose a man who was lazy. A man who stayed home and did nothing, offered no leadership, no direction, no ambition. And not only did she not leave, she stayed in that toxic situation for years. A long, abusive marriage where she tolerated disrespect, emotional neglect and dysfunction. And now you're shocked she got cheated on. But today in modern dating, many women want men who are providers, leaders and protectors. But the reality is, they don't qualify for that kind of man. They bring nothing to the table except demands. They want high-value treatment, but come with low-effort behavior. They think just being a woman is enough. But femininity isn't just a gender, it's an energy. It's how you speak, how you carry yourself, how you treat a man, and how much peace you bring into a relationship.
As I get ready for this date, let me tell you, because this should not be a secret. Are there good men on online dating sites? 100% yes. 100% yes. How do I know this? Because I know there are good women on those sites. The problem is, however, finding a high-value man or a high-value woman on those sites, unless you are paying for them, is very, very rare, and it's very, very hard. So unless you're paying $50 a month for, say, a Match.com or an eHarmony, where you're actually taking it very seriously, the likelihood that you're going to match with somebody on a free Bumble, free Hinge, or free Tinder, very unlikely. Those websites are a business. They are meant to keep you on those sites. This is that whole saying, you get what you pay for. So if you're not paying for something, you're not going to get the highest value return on your investment in terms of intention with the person that you're matching with. I decided that when I was ready to start dating again, I was going to solely date with intention, meaning I was going to put myself out there and I was just going to start doing things that I enjoy doing, hoping that I would meet somebody else who's enjoying that same thing, doing that same thing. And sure enough, I did. I went out to dinner with a girlfriend of mine just to have a nice dinner, just to have a nice experience. As we're leaving dinner, I look over and I see a very attractive man, alone, no wedding ring, sitting at the bar. I made a beeline for the 2 bar stools sitting next to him. And instead of turning my back to him to just talk to my friend, I'm dating with intention. I left my body language completely wide open, giving him the perfect segue to say, oh, are you guys waiting for a table? This is where it has to be a little bit of give and take. Not a lot, but a little, right? Because I saw him, he didn't see me. So how do I expect a man to pursue me if he doesn't know I exist?
Too many women are on dating apps looking for high-value men, but the reality is, most of those men aren't even on those apps. And the few that are, they're overwhelmed with options. The thing is, women are all competing in the same pool, chasing that top 10% of men. The guys who are successful, attractive, charismatic, and financially stable. But what they don't realize is, every other woman is after that exact same guy too. These women are swiping, posting thirst traps, crafting perfect bios, and still getting ghosted or breadcrumbed. Why? Because when you're competing for the top 10%, you're stepping into a high-stakes game. That man has options, lots of them, and unless you stand out with more than just looks or superficial conversation, you're just another name in a long list of DMs.